It marks 5 years since the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, when rioters attempted to stop a joint session of Congress from declaring the winner of the 2020 presidential election. This morning, members of the former January 6th Select Committee will convene a hearing to, quote, set the record straight on the insurrection. At the same time, members of the far-right Proud Boys are expected to hold a march to the Capitol. They say it will be patriotic and peaceful. With us now is Nora Neus, founder of Long-Form Lab Media and author of a brand new book out this week, 24 Hours at the Capitol, an oral history of the January 6th insurrection. Nora also happens to be my former producer. And so it's great to see you.
Thank you.
Great work once again with these books that you do.
Fun to be on this side of it.
Why did you write this? And what do you think people are going to learn from this?
There are so many different narratives about what actually happened on January 6th, narratives that intentionally have become changed and politically modified and rewritten, really. And so this book is an attempt to kind of lay out almost a definitive account of exactly what happened from people that were at different parts of this riot, different parts of the crowd, inside the building, outside the building, in law enforcement. At the end of the day, I think this book makes you feel like you were really there, experiencing it yourself, and it's horrifying.
And it's so interesting because we keep showing these pictures, which we've become used to, I think, in a way,
completely
numb to in some cases, and it's the wide shots, even some of the more close-up shots like this. But they don't always paint a full picture of what it was to be like there witnessing it. And you get those accounts from people that you talk to. And we have sound. We should make clear that all of the people you talk to, this is a pure oral history. You have recordings of all of it. I want to play one piece of sound from someone who was with National Geographic. Just explain to me where he was.
So he was in the crowd, and kind of this quote is when he's cresting up over this hill and kind of sees exactly the melee and the riot that has started to happen.
All right, let's listen.
They were within a bigger crowd, like a Trojan horse, because they used the mass. And I thought, oh, I know these guys. Kevlar vests, Kevlar helmets, baseball bats, 2x4s, flagpoles that are really masking a club or a weapon of some kind. A lot of the gloves, you'd see them in Afghanistan, where they're gloves with these fiberglass knuckles, just people who came prepared to fight, not to just protest, but prepared to attack.
And he was in the middle of it and feeling it, which can be different than seeing these big pictures that we see.
A lot of these photojournalists are actually war reporters who were only stateside because it was COVID. And so these are guys who have crazy experience. This specific man is 10 years as a war correspondent. And he said he's never really seen anything quite like this.
You did not speak to the insurrectionists. Why?
Two things. First of all, best practice in combating the rise of fascism and the far right in the U.S. is to not give these guys any more oxygen, is to not let them spread their propaganda. But also, in a very real sense, I didn't need to. They love telling their own story. They have said as much as they're going to say about what happened that day. And there's depositions, there's court documents. I've read thousands of pages of them talking, and their voices are in this book.
Very quickly, there's been some reticence to this book in general as you've been trying to get publicity for it.
This is my fourth book, and it's the first time that I've had bookstores, libraries, universities say, we don't want to host you for an event because it's just too sensitive. I've had events canceled. I've had folks cite kind of amorphous security concerns that just feels like preemptive censorship.
It's interesting. It does tell you something about where this is right now in our country's history. Nora Neus, great to see you.
Good to see you.
Great work as always. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for doing the work, Nora. It's good to see you again.